I'm going to share some of the things that I've done to help pick myself up or just in general take care of myself in hopes that it will help some of you guys. I recently finished the Little Book of... I don't want to say it wrong. Okay, I'm going to try. Hygge, written by Meik Wiking. Actually a researcher at the Happiness Institute in Copenhagen. They basically study what makes people happy or what increases their sense of well-being. After reading this book, I was just reflecting on what it is exactly you need to live a balanced lifestyle. The book explains it as an atmosphere and an experience rather than being about things. It's about being with people we love and feeling like you're at home. So it's definitely adopted by the Danish culture because on the front of the book it says, "The Danish way to live well." It's about being kind to yourself, giving yourself a treat, and giving yourself and each other a break from the demands of healthy living. It's so easy for us, especially living in the West, to just always be on the go, to live life really fast. The majority of our time is spent working or studying, and so it's difficult to find that time to actually slow down. And it's funny because when we talk about happiness, we often think that, you know, making more money is going to make us happy or having more things is going to make us happy. In the book, he also mentions that the best predictor of whether we are happy or not is actually our social relationships. So with all that being said, I'm going to share 20 ways inspired by this certain lifestyle to better take care of yourself. I think it gives us a chance to basically slow down and become more aware of what it is that our bodies need. Oftentimes when we do get burned out, we don't even notice that we're going to be hitting that stage. We're not aware of that because we're just go, go, go. But think about when you actually give yourself time to slow down, how much that can help you just be aware of where you're at, where your body is at, and what it needs. Everyone knows that moving your body is great for not only your physical health, but also your mental health. You don't have to love the gym to be able to move your body. You can play sports, you can dance, you can go to classes like spin classes. Just make things fun. It doesn't have to be anything strenuous. And actually when I'm feeling down and I want to go to the gym because I know it'll help me feel better, I don't do anything crazy. I will literally go on the treadmill, put the incline up, and then I will just walk for maybe 25-30 minutes. Remember, you never feel worse after a workout. I like to have slow mornings. Some people like to read in the morning, whether that's scripture or just any book. I like to take my time drinking my coffee, and so it's important again to just slow down and give yourself that time. This doesn't have to mean like hours on hours, but also you don't want to be rushing yourself every morning. So being social is actually one of the most important things in figuring out how happy someone is. Our social relationships are really important because they give us a sense of belonging. And so if you can't make time for being with friends all the time, that's okay. But recognize that being out with your friends, as long as they're good company, is something that actually benefits your health. Now, sometimes when we're feeling down, it's not easy to just get up and go see a friend or be with a friend or be around people in general. That's why it's great when you can actually call someone. So calling a loved one or someone that you deeply trust. Even just having a conversation when you're feeling down can help you process things a bit better. So it's okay if you don't feel like getting up and going somewhere. And having that conversation might actually help you understand what you're feeling. So I know not everyone likes books, and that's totally okay, but if you're one of the people who do like books, make sure that you're actually giving yourself time during the week to actually read. It's so easy for us to put these things to the side and say, you know, I don't have time to read. But remember that you always have the capacity to find time in your week. Make it a priority for yourself to set some time during the week to read. Engaging in your hobby is so important. A lot of us don't actually make any time for our hobbies, and it's kind of sad if you think about it, because when you do engage in hobbies or things that you are extremely passionate about, you get into this state of flow where it's just complete presence in that moment. You're completely invested in the work that you're doing. And that can actually have tremendous effects on your well-being. So if you used to paint or you used to draw or you used to read, not finding time to do that anymore, but you know that it brought you joy, I totally recommend trying to find time in your week to do that. Eating good food is so important, obviously, for your physical and your mental health. You'd be surprised if you're skipping meals or if you're not getting enough nutrients, how that can affect just your cognitive functioning, your eyesight, when you get brain fog, you're feeling dizzy. Make sure that you're eating good, healthy foods that will really nourish your body. Drinking something warm is very like whether it's a warm cup of tea or coffee, it's important to have that time where you can just fully indulge in that time for yourself or time with other people if that's what you choose to do. It's very comforting to have something warm, especially in these winter months, and something as simple as that could be something that you can add into your routine. And it doesn't always have to be somewhere outside your home. Sometimes I do like to branch out and find different cafes if I'm just kind of getting tired of the scenery that I'm in almost every day. Okay, so if you're anything like me, you try your best to stay away from sugar as much as you can, which is a good thing. I mean, you don't want to be having too much processed sugar and things like that. But from time to time, it's important to allow yourself to indulge in these things, because having something sweet can actually make your brain extremely happy. It does have an evolutionary explanation to it. Basically, when you have something sweet, your brain releases dopamine and it makes it feel really good. So, you know, when you have chocolate, you feel good. But yeah, it's important not to overindulge in these things, but at the same time, appreciate that you can allow yourself to indulge in these things. Lighting candles. This is one of my favorite things to kind of set a relaxing mood or calm mood in my room. It doesn't have to be a scented candle, and actually it's recommended that like after you burn a candle, you air out the room. But there's something about having a candle on that just makes you feel safe and it makes you feel cozy. Listening to music always puts me in a good mood, so depending on what I want to listen to, it could be like just instrumental music, or it could be calming music or upbeat music. Usually that helps me feel a bit better. If music is not your thing, that's okay. I don't know if you guys have heard of podcasts, you probably have, but there are tons of genres out there. If I'm feeling unmotivated, I will listen to something a bit more inspirational, something that can help me get going in the morning. And I always recommend Jay Shetty's On Purpose podcast. It's so interesting and it is really motivating, but it doesn't have to be something inspirational or motivational. It could be something comedic, or it could be storytelling podcasts. So reading scripture or making a prayer always helps me, and I like to incorporate it first thing in the morning. And if you're not on the religious side, it doesn't have to be a prayer. It could be something that you put out into the universe, or something that you wish to manifest in life. Whatever it is, writing it down or saying it out loud can really help make that true for yourself. And just the aspect of reassuring yourself, being there for yourself, is really important when you are trying to take care of yourself. I have a whole video on meditation that I can link down below. I did it not too long ago. Meditation is so great for just trying to become more self-aware, and it's actually been shown to better allow you to handle stress in certain situations. Again, I also do this first thing in the morning, and it just kind of helps you to slow down. Once again, having alone time is so important, and I know that it has kind of a bad rep, but again, it's all about a balance of having some alone time and having time with other people. But alone time is so important for your own personal development. It just helps you better understand yourself, so that you're able to say, okay, what is it that I need in this moment? So whenever you're feeling unmotivated, it's so important to look back or think back to the reason why you're doing the thing that you're doing. One of the things that I did was actually post some reminders on my wall, or you can do this anywhere that you will know that you're going to see this. Just remind yourself why you're doing what you're doing. So sometimes when you're feeling down, it's easy to forget what motivates you, and to be able to motivate yourself and to get yourself out of that space where you're feeling like you don't want to do anything is so empowering. This is so simple, but putting yourself together can actually help you feel better. This doesn't mean that you have to go put on a full face of makeup and like do your hair and all that kind of stuff. Even just brushing your hair out, wearing a nice shirt, or something that makes you feel good can help uplift your mood. I know that sometimes when I'm not taking care of myself well enough and I haven't slept very well, I get dark circles under my eyes. So even just dabbing concealer under there or curling my eyelashes to make my eyes just appear a bit more awake, it helps just uplift my mood and let me know that, you know, I'm in this moment, I'm trying my best to take care of myself. What's the first thing you do when you're feeling down? Probably not get outside. I know a lot of us, myself included, when you're feeling really down, you just want to stay in bed. For some days, that might be what you need. If you're really burnt out and you know you need a day where you're just resting, totally fine. But if you know that you want to get up and do something, but you're just not motivated to be able to do that, try going outside. So going outside and just noticing your environment, breathing in fresh air and being around nature, it's all really good to just ground you. Just make you think like, okay, I'm here in this present moment. Things are okay right now. It can help just make things feel a little less overwhelming. So the last thing is gratitude. Practicing gratitude is actually a great strategy, and it has been shown to increase people's feeling of happiness or well-being. And when we say practicing gratitude, it doesn't mean saying, oh, I'm thankful that I have this or I'm thankful that I have that, but it's really kind of immersing yourself in the present and noticing that you're very lucky to be where you are, or you're very lucky to have the people that you have in your life. And come to an appreciation of those things. Not just, oh, I'm thankful that I have a car. That's one good starting point. It's much deeper than just being thankful for something or someone. If you're thankful for a certain relationship in your life, really think about how that's affecting all areas of your life. It's not just that relationship that you're thankful for. It's the opportunities that come from that. It's the love and the care and the support that come from that. It's so much more than what it appears to be on the outside. So those were my 20 tips. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. But again, this was the book, and some of the illustrations we used in this video were from here. I really hope that this helped some of you guys, and I will see you in my next video.